The Serbia 2025 protest, also known as the Red Hand Revolt, was a significant political event that took place in Serbia. It began with mass protests sparked by the Novi Sad railway station disaster in November of 2024, which left 15 people dead and raised concerns about official corruption and government disdain for the population. The protests continued into 2025, gaining momentum and becoming a potent challenge to President Aleksandar Vučić's rule. The protesters were highly organized, well-coordinated, and media-savvy, often using patriotic symbols like Serbian flags and banners declaring no surrender on the issue of Kosovo. They demanded resignations and arrests from opposition parties backed by Western forces who accused President Vučić's government of skimming funds from construction projects such as high-speed train infrastructure investments. These protests raised concerns about foreign influence, with some observers noting similarities to color revolutions in other countries where Western powers have sought regime change. The involvement of NGOs and EU propagandists further fueled suspicions that the protesters were being co-opted for geopolitical ends. The protests led to several senior officials resigning, including the Minister of Interior Affairs and the Chief Public Prosecutor. As tensions escalated, opposition members set off smoke grenades and tear gas in parliament, causing chaos and further highlighting the intensity of the situation. The ongoing student-led anti-Vučić protests demonstrated a desire for change in Serbia's political landscape, with protesters demanding an end to corruption and governmental disregard for citizens' well-being. Links to Soros and globalists. George Soros, an influential figure among globalist circles, has been accused of funding and supporting these protests through his Open Society foundations. The foundation's involvement in Serbia is seen as part of a broader strategy to undermine the influence of nationalist governments and promote liberal democratic values across Europe. Critics argue that Soros and other globalists seek to impose their agenda on sovereign nations, disregarding local interests and traditions. The protests in Serbia are also linked to similar movements across Europe, such as those in Hungary, where Prime Minister Viktor Orban has been a vocal critic of Soros's influence. The common thread among these protests is the push for regime change in countries that have adopted anti-globalist stances and resisted integration into the European Union or other globalist projects.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Have a topic you want us to talk about? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning the world around you.